And we're back. What is this, episode 3?
Yep.
Well, Carl, Gus, there he is. We're back with the Gus Gus saga. I think we're gonna do, this is basically gonna be a recap. The way it sounds, Gus is taking a little bit more time to learn some of the stuff from last episode. And I don't know, were we planning on working on blinds maybe?
No, like out of the blind. Like
oh, okay. Blind. I was thinking blind retrieves. That's fine too.
Yeah. Which,
I mean, we do have a ground blind here too.
Yeah.
It's a power hunter. I don't think I fit in a power hunter at this point in the year. Yeah. But anyways, Gus, Ryan, they're back. Middle of July now, yeah. So we started when there was snow on the ground. We went through hot season, and now it's just windy and it rains every day, it seems like. But we found a spot of sun here, so we can get this done, or get a video made. Anyways, I've been pretty quiet. So what I've been working on getting approved for a house loan. Eric and I are planning on moving over to my parents and getting our own little place over there, you know. So looking to maybe close on that this week, possibly this week, I guess. But that's what we're looking at, and that's why we have been pretty quiet on this channel. I guess our schedule is kind of hot. Yeah, it's been really hot. Dogs get hot. They don't want to work for very long. So Ryan's been having a little bit of issues fighting with the overheating and whatnot. But I'll show you where he's kind of at right now. This is kind of one of those episodes where we've said it all along. They're gonna get some things fast. They're gonna get some things a lot slower, and it doesn't always have to do with the dog understanding it. Sometimes it's weather, timing, schedules. I mean, we're not professional dog trainers. I'm willing to bet if you're watching this video, you're probably not a professional dog trainer. I'm gonna be honest. And that's just kind of how it works for us. So we're just gonna kind of show this. This wind is gonna be terrible today. We're gonna go through as best we can to show you how Gus progressed with what's gone on and everything, all of our excuses basically. And I think we'll just start from there, I guess.
I don't need to look pretty anyways.
Big is pretty, what are you talking about?
So, last time did a couple things. Given whistle command for sit. That's been slow going. He's been doing it pretty well when there's food on the table, but struggling a little bit when we're out having sessions. Like Lyle said, it's been hot, so it's been really short. Mostly been focusing on the retrieve part of it, not so much of the whistle as I would like. And then the other part was playing baseball, so the left, right, and back. He's doing pretty good with that, as you'll see here in just a minute. Struggling a little bit when we start mixing in doubles one direction or another. But overall, pretty good, and starting to be a pretty good base for him, I think. So, looking forward to the next month and a half. We got to hit her pretty hard, because then it's goose season. So
now we're in catch-up season, because neither one of us are as far as we should have been by now. Stay. Gus, stay. Gus, stay. Hey. Stay. Gus. Gus. What's up? I thought you said he was struggling with that.
No, the doubles. Yep.
Oh. Catch it up.
Yes. No. Hey. Yes.
Yep. Oh, get back. Come here. Gus. Gus, come. Gus, come. No, drop it. Come here. Hey. Good. Ready to go. Gus. Gus. Catch it up. Good boy, come. Boy, sit. Come here. Gus.
to it.
As you can see, he's not very wore down right now. He's pretty ready to go.
Yeah.
That was really good for, that's first retrieves of the day.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe should have started with just some long balls. He is wired right now.
Chase him around with the wheeler. Yeah, you can see he's listening to the whistle command. I mean, yeah, he gets up, he looks around, and he's trying to watch where that toy goes, which is not a bad problem at all because he's getting a spot on everything. You'd hope, anyways. But even so, he still gets that opportunity to use that whistle again and try to ingrain that one more time just before he sends him get them toys. I don't know if you saw in that last pan, I tried to show how far away he's throwing these toys. It's not like last time is, where you could do it inside the frame.
Catch it up.
Wow, that was pretty dang good.
Good boy.
See how he stopped him just with the quick no and he looked for his command?
Come.
That's awesome.
Boy. Come on.
Well, yeah, these things, these are 50-yard retrieves from baseball. I think that's pretty good.
Yes. No. Come.
I mean, like you see, he's puppy. He's wound up. He's ready to go. He's cooped up all day, ready to work.
Guys, fetch it up. Fetch it up. Good boy. Come. Come on, Turbo. Come.
I'm so excited to see him get a hold of his first goose.
Drop.
I just hope he doesn't get wind blowing too bad.
It won't matter.
Because you know we're not going to finish that first one correctly.
Gus. Boy. Fetch it up. Fetch it up. Good boy. Good boy.
Yeah, he's having fun at it. They're both having fun at it. That's a key too.
Good boy.
I mean, this is looking really good.
Finally calmed down enough to bring one to hand and everything too. Good sit. Good boy. Good boy. Stay. No, Gus, sit. Stay. Stay.
Throw your shoulder out on that one?
Stay.
I'm gonna see if I can track him on these. Excuse me if it gets blurry.
Gus. Hey, Gus. Gus. Buddy. Come on. Come here. Come here. Stay. 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 Gus. 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 Fetch it up. Gus, no, come. Come. Come here. Gus, come. Gus, no. Gus, no, drop. Gus, drop. Drop. Come. Come here, Gus. You know the other thing I just thought about too? Not having the same normal spot that we've been working off of probably isn't helping things.
Yeah, this is a completely new, I mean, for everything.
Yeah.
We haven't done a video here, he hasn't done any work here.
No. Hey.
I know it just sounds like another excuse, but it's got some true form.
Fetch it up. Gus, fetch it up. Gus, fetch it up. Forget about that one. Gus. Gus. Hey. Fetch it up. Fetch it up. Fetch it up. Good boy, come. Good boy. Come. Good. 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 Come here. Gus, come. Gus, come.
I guess.
Fetch it up. Fetch it up. Good boy, come. Good boy. Good. Good boy.
Okay. Like we were saying, this is his first time really doing any retrieving work here. It's certainly going better than I thought, the way you made it sound, honestly.
Well, and that little bit there, that's more than he struggled in 2 weeks on anything.
Yeah, that's
But
a pretty good step.
But
And here I was talking about how slow it was going to be.
Yeah, like I said, it's only when like he'd bring one back, I'd send him to the next one, throw it to like say the back one was still there, I'd throw a second one there, and then when he was going to get that, throwing out another one, so kind of mixing in blind / doubling them up in locations.
Yeah.
That's what he was. Especially because he thinks he can hold 2 of these in his mouth, which he basically can, but it's not what you want. So that's why I got rid of the little white and black dummy and switched out this so that I could double up this one, and he can't obviously get a goose and one of these.
Right.
So.
And sometimes you just find it's too much for certain dogs, and sometimes they'll get onto it eventually. It just takes that extra time.
I mean, that's relatively advanced, but it kind of helped to break up just left, right, back. I mean, you can only mix that up so many times. So it was to kind of really more keep him thinking, paying attention, and also not always knowing where the bird is.
And if you don't want to take that next step like he's trying to do there by throwing doubles in the same spot, stuff like that, just keep mixing it up. Don't ever do the same pattern on your left, right, backs. You go right, left, back, left, right. Just keep switching it up, and it'll become, a little monotonous for you, but he or she is not going to really understand that fully. They're going to just want to go to that toy that you pointed to, or that dummy, or whatever you're doing, that bird. And it will be enough. I mean, he's obviously trying to go a little bit further, and that's completely fine. You can do that anywhere, anytime. I mean, the more you make your dog think, the better they become at it.
Yeah. Well, and it's really, you think about, especially goose hunting in a field, or duck hunting in a field, whatever, you get times where you have multiple birds in close proximity to each other. You don't want the dog going to one, picking it up, oh, there's another one, dropping that one. You want them to get to use, always finishing that retrieve, right? As soon as they have a bird, don't go to the next one and swap or mess around, because you got more birds coming, you need to get picked up, whatever. So that's kind of where my thinking about it was coming from, and doing that was just to kind of start that, equation. I even was doing, when he was struggling a little bit, or it was a really hot day, I knew it was going to be a short session, I even would just take all 3 dummies, have them, back to just heeling right by my side, and then, throwing all 3 in the same direction, and, just doing a triple, basically, right? Again, just to get them used to, hey, there can be more than one in one spot, one area. Spacing them out a little bit, but essentially still right out in front of me.
And you always see it, especially with that younger dog. You got 2 birds out there, great retriever, but he gets out there and he spots both birds at the same time, and he'll bounce back and forth between the 2 instead of picking one, bringing it back, and then getting sent for another one.
Right.
That's all this is trying to do.
And that's where it kind of came from, really, because watching Brandy do that.
Well, right.
And that started at an early age.
And we don't have a lot of video of that type of stuff.
Right.
We didn't really get a chance to record a lot of our goose hunts, but a lot of the same stuff there.
But yeah, I'll do one more set of these, and then maybe we just show a quick triple just to...
Right, you could actually, if you wanted to, you could throw the triple from heel. Do that a few times just since we talked about it.
Yeah, could do that.
Sorry, I'm still in.
Stay. Just stay. Heel. Heel. Fetch it up. Good double take and then goes to the wrong spot. Fetch it up. Good boy.
Yeah.
Gus, fetch it up. Fetch it up.
He wants that hidden one first.
Yep.
Not
Use
bad.
your nose. Use your nose. Good boy. Come. Gus, come.
I better check so you can even see this.
Alright. Good. Heel. Heel. Fetch it up. Don't want to go to that first one, do you? Good boy. Come. 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 Good. Heel. Gus. Heel. Fetch it up. Yeah, you already got that one. That one was tough. Heel. Fetch it up.
So like you'll notice, I don't know if you could see it on that first one or not, but Ryan sent him to this toy that he's at right now.
Good boy, come.
He didn't take it, but Ryan didn't call him off of it because in that situation, there's so much going on that he had to, he just let him pick one, and then he changed his next send to what fit best next, which is not a bad way to do this at all. It works really well, keeping that confusion level down for them and making sure they don't, you don't say no and then they go to a toy and then have to do that bounce back and forth to try to figure out what you were thinking.
Yeah, and especially, you know, in that situation and kind of how it played out there, he really, I hope you can see in the video, he knew that there were three out there because he looked at all three of them before he ever got there, trying to decide, and he kind of decided for himself, I want that one, I don't remember exactly where it is, which probably just happened chance, but
still, take that every time.
But, you know, and so again, that's, you know, exactly what you want. You know, he thought about going to that other dummy, but then you just got to stay on the calling and the come and, you know, be loud, be clapping, so that he hears you and, you know, brings that bird back.
And especially in this instance, always be positive. You give him that little bit of negativity or that no, you might throw that little wrench in that you got to train out later on, whereas Ryan just left him be, let him figure it out a little bit on his own. It isn't bad. You don't need complete control all the time. I mean, we always talk about having control of the dog, but in that instance, it's great to let them use their brain and figure it out for themselves,
You know,
really.
well, and sometimes they might be able to see or know something that you don't know.
Right.
For instance, if the dog just takes off on a line, well, they could be going after a cripple that you didn't see fall, and they see it or know that it's there.
I mean, you see it in upland hunting all the time. You dump one, it looks like it's downed, and it runs another 100 yards.
You know, absolutely.
It's a perfect scenario.
So, yeah, especially if he wants to go the long ball and the more hidden one first, I'll take that all day long. But I'm afraid it might have just been chance.
Now, here's something for the comment section. We were trying to figure out the other day how to get your dog to take either the cripple or the longest bird down. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly.
Well,
Like you got two birds in short. So say you got two up here on the gravel and one out in the woods. How would you guys think to go about getting them sent further, or seeing that live bird and going to that one first? I mean, that one's a little bit easier because it's more of instinct though. You can't really train it. Because once that live bird's up, they're seeing that and it's something different. And it's usually pretty easy to train that in the field, but it's not something you know for sure. Is there a way? Then put it down in the comments if you can think about it to get that realism into your dummy zone or your training.
Yeah, because we were more thinking about like the 100, 150 yard drifter.
The long ball that glided out there forever. You have to go get, and everybody dreads running across the field. Especially me and my physique. Sprinting is not fun. There's where this tool comes in.
Throw one more of those. I'm gonna throw another one into the edge of the woods just to see if that's a thing or what. But you know, stay. Just stay.
I'm gonna try follow it a little bit better this time.
Hey. Stay.
Oh, I can just barely get them all in frame.
Good boy, come.
And you'll see there again, Ryan to that middle bird, but Gus chose that left bird. Still didn't tell him no. Still didn't. Everything played out well. That was good. He went. He found. He's kind of got a spot on it. You'll see he's gonna get lost here in a second, but he kind of had a spot on it. So he went in, checked, didn't see it, come back out for the easy retrieve. Now Ryan can work that deep.
The third one, remember? Sit. Trying to catch him so that I could get him to sit and then send him back because he was right in front of it. I think he scented it.
Yep.
Good boy, come. Good fetch. Good
Best
boy.
case scenario right there.
I mean, that you can't. Good fetch.
You can't take. I don't care. Hey. There's some 3-year-olds that don't get that kind of sense to take their mind off it, not once but twice, and still go get the one. I mean, it was in there in the woods 30 feet.
Yeah, it was in there a ways.
He still scented it. He still found. He had a mental mark on it. Still, you could tell. Because even the first one, he started on that line and then he went to the goose. Just it's his favorite dummy.
Right.
But still, he even on the second one, he went in there, checked, didn't see it. I was kind of telling them that while you were out there, but he didn't see it, so he turned around and got the easy one.
Yep.
I don't see a problem there. He's making a retrieve. He's saving time in the field, which, I mean, you get down to it, that's what you're trying to do with him.
Right. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I
mean, he sent him back in the woods. I mean, yeah, you tried to stop him, but you didn't give him any negativity there. He knew he was still working.
Right. Yeah, the only thing there was to try and catch him right on the edge of the woods because he was right in front of it, and get him to sit and then send him in, you know, just as kind of a, because the baseball hasn't translated to really anything else yet besides when he does get lost on a blind or one that's in the woods or tall grass, and you do get him to look at you, you know, and stop and look, and then you give them directions. So that's kind of starting to be tied in now on a few of these, you know, scenarios. But I think we'll do, now he's worn out a little bit, maybe calm him down. I think we'll just try one more baseball and then call it a
yeah, that'd be a pretty good session. I mean, we aren't going to get anything to get to anything new. I mean, we did basically that last 2 retrieves were good. That was new, good quality stuff. I mean, that's a good place to go next. Because you've already worked baseball. He's focused. He understands hand signals now pretty well, and you've got heel and sending them from the heel. It's a good place to incorporate all that.
Good sit. Good boy. Good sit. Stay. Gus. Stay. Stay. Hey. Gus. Stay. Hey. Gus. Gus. Hey. Get down. Stay. Stay. Gus. Hey. Gus. Gus. Hello. Gus. Gus. Hey. Catch it up. Good boy. Come. 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 Good boy. Good boy. Come. Come. Here. Gus. Gus.
But I want my goose.
Where you can tell he's definitely not used to like the spot. Gus, fetch it up. No. Gus, no. No. Gus, no. Drop. 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 Come. Come. Come.
Keep that up and take that fucking thing out of it.
Huh?
Keep that up and take that fucking thing out of it.
Hey, no. Fetch it up. No. Gus. Fetch it up. Fetch it up. Good boy, come. 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 Good boy.
I mean, it's a great strength trainer, so don't keep it out completely.
Nice. Sit.
Especially for those, like, from the heel triples.
Good boy, come. Come. Drop. Good.
You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Like I said, it was drop. It was solely because with my other dummy, that smaller one, he was trying to get to, so I swapped it out. It's actually the first time he's keyed on it. I think it's just because the sessions have been so short lately and he hasn't ever been that excited in a little while to actually retrieve. Like, he's always been like, really?
Yeah.
It is hot.
I mean, it doesn't get too terrible hot up here, so some of you might be from the southern hemisphere, or southern United States, and it's hot there. It gets muggy here though, like 100% humidity some days. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And then 97 degrees on top of that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not that it's been 120 trying to retrieve.
Right.
But those days where it's 85 to 95, you know, humid all day.
Sweat standing still.
Right. I mean, it's hot for everyone, ourselves included. So
especially when you put a big, shiny black fur coat on. Tends to retain some heat.
Yeah, I mean, it's comfortable out right now, and I mean, he's warm. And right now it's 70, 75.
Yeah.
So those, if you can just imagine cranking up that amplifier, it's warm. But it's allowed us to get some water time in. There's plenty of that around, so.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, no, it was a really good session. I think we'll cut her off there, and then it'll probably be a little bit shorter between this video and next video. I mean,
yeah,
might as well figure out something. We'll get together and
we'll
figure
probably
out
have to
the next step off of that. But that, I don't know if we touched on it enough, but that throwing a triple from the heel, I think, is a great thing to do, but after baseball, I think. Then you get him. So say you throw that deep one in the woods, he does get lost on it. You got that basics of hand signals. You got left, right, and back. You could guide him from there, or her. You could guide them from there. I think it's
a good segue.
It's a better step than doing that first, I think, because then you gotta kind of fight trying to teach him that left, right, and back.
Right. Yeah, and so when he did get lost on a few of them when I first started that, you know, it did for sure help having the hand signal base. It was a good change up from doing just the baseball. See what I did there?
I didn't actually.
Said good change up from baseball.
I'm slow. That's very funny.
But I thought of that after the fact too. But no, it was a good segue, good something to just change it up, and especially like I said on those hot days, it was something new and different that kept them kind of from getting used to the baseball and that regularity of it, and just progressing. So light bulb.
You know what else it does? Once you get them back to your heel, you're basically going back to basic retrieving, where you're just throwing it off a stay and letting them go.
Right.
So they're basically, you're kind of alleviating them of a stress. I don't know if it's a stress for them, but anyways, alleviating them of that extra thing going on, that new thing, and basically going back to a little bit of the basics, but
with
you're
a twist.
you still got something, you're learning more.
Right.
Yep. So I think I really think that was a great step, honestly. But yeah, I think we're gonna
Call
cut
it
her
a
off here. I think the girls are still in having supper, so. But I think I'm gonna try. Now, I'm not gonna do this guarantee of video next time, because I didn't do it at all last year, but I'm gonna try to get out to the food plots. If the mosquitoes don't carry me away, I'll have a... Anyways, I got cut off there. Yeah. Don't need to explain it to you. I messed up. But I don't know where it stops, so I'm just gonna start here. I'm gonna try to get you another video in between this video and the next Gus Gus video, but my plan is to get out to the food plots. I told you last year that I started distributing seed for Pure Outdoor Alliance. So they started that POA Select Seeds, and I got some put in the ground, and we sold a bunch around here in northern Minnesota, and all did really, really, really well. And this year they brought out their new line of supplements and minerals. So I got a couple older licks started out there. We're gonna go freshen those up with some POA, their rack formula, their select mineral. We're gonna start it up, refreshen those up a little bit, get the cameras and the chips, because I'm pretty sure this gull got cut off before, but the mosquitoes around here are like baseballs, and they're thick this year. There's been so much rain, it's been just terrible. So I've been dreading going out there and avoiding it, but I gotta get cameras and batteries or chips and cameras, batteries and cameras, get everything back running out there. Maybe in the next few weeks we can do a sit down and go through on the computer and show some of the pictures of the horn growth out there, show some of them spots that we get this POA select minerals on, and maybe turn, I don't know where to go with this. I kind of lost train of thought. He's over there walking around, messing me up. But that's the plan anyways. I'm not gonna promise it though, because I did that too much last year and I never got to any of those dang videos. So I'm gonna try my best to get out there. I'll show you that POA flute blot select, or flute blot seed, that Field of Greens plot that I got out there. That came up nice this year. I mean, we had a lot of water last fall. I mean, you kind of saw in that last goose hunt, that was kind of the start of just a torrential downpour around here. And it flooded the whole, so basically from the backyard here in the house, flooded all the way just about 3/4 of a section. So I think we hunted that spot twice last year before the rain actually hit. I think the last night I hunted it was the night before the rain hit. And it didn't stop. I mean, it kind of just fed into this spring. And I mean, last night I bet we got 3.5 inches of rain in I don't know, 3 hours. It just pours around here for some reason. Just one of those springs. But we'll get out there, show you that food plot, show you how well that seed's doing. I mean, I'm thoroughly impressed. We went in with POA and it was new. It was something I really enjoyed the people that were delivering it, and I wanted to jump on board with something along those lines. So I jumped in with them guys, and they've been nothing but great to us. The seed that they offer is phenomenal, guys. I swear to God, 6 days of growth and that stuff was up an inch and a half. It was just crazy, the germination rates that they deliver, and you don't see that a lot anymore. You see a lot of these bags saying 60-70%, and you're thinking that's good, but you get a bag on it that says 80 to 90%, and it pulls through. It shows you that stuff. I won't go anywhere else. If you're looking for any food plot seed, be sure to hit us up on the Facebook page. That's down in the description. I don't know, you got anything else?
I don't think so.
He's got some new land that they're setting up. Probably get some video of putting in some plots over there, so get him to buy some seed from me. Support the habit.
I already have mineral and block.
Oh, you got a screaming deal though. I gotta get my money back. Well, we'll catch you guys later. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like it. Thanks, guys.